Once upon a time, the Pakistan cricket team was a force to be reckoned with. They beat India for fun, striking fear into the hearts of batsmen around the world with their fast bowlers. This is the team that lifted the ICC Cricket World Cup in 1992, triumphed in the T20 World Cup in 2009, and grabbed the ICC Champions Trophy in 2017. With all ICC trophies in the cabinet, it would seem natural to place them among the top teams in cricket. But things aren't that simple. Pakistan's team has earned a tag they didn't ask for: unpredictables. One minute, they're the underdogs who stun the world by winning tournaments they were expected to lose. The next, they're the hot favorites who crumble under pressure, making mistakes that leave everyone, even their opponents, in shock. Now, in the 2024 Cricket World Cup, the situation has hit rock bottom. Pakistan crashed out in the group stage, losing to teams like the USA and barely scraping through against Ireland. For the first time, a cricket-crazy nation is deeply divided, wondering if their beloved team is even worth supporting anymore.
हमारी टीम की कप्तानी नजर नहीं आ रही थी। बाबर आजम, अगर तुम ओपनिंग भी नहीं किए थे तो मिडिल ऑर्डर में आ जाओ। आपको पता है कि हम फुटबॉल पे सो लेते हैं, लेकिन क्रिकेट की खुशी के लिए, क्रिकेट के लिए हम हर जगह पे जाते हैं। तुम लड़ के आ रहे हो।
This isn't just a sudden reaction. It's the result of a series of events that have led to this point. In this video, we'll explore the underlying issues and the real reasons behind the downfall of the Pakistan cricket team. You must put your own argument or solution in the comments after watching the entire video. Now let's begin. To understand what's really troubling the Pakistan cricket team, we need to look back at their unpredictable history. In 1952, Pakistan earned a well-deserved place in the Imperial Cricket Conference after proving their skills against Nigel Howard's MCC team in 1951. In those early years, Pakistan played against almost every cricketing nation except South Africa. Remarkably, they managed to win at least one test match against each country they faced. One memorable moment was in 1954 when the young and inexperienced Pakistan team, often called the babes of international cricket, faced the full strength of England. Initially, their performance was shaky and critics were quick to dismiss them. However, as the tour went on and the players adapted to one of England's wettest summers, their game improved dramatically.
He's run out. He's run out and Pakistan have won. There's Fazal, the vice-captain, and Khadar. So happy. Little Hanif behind them, who threw down the wicket to run McConnell.
This tour significantly boosted Pakistan's standing in international cricket. By the time Pakistan had played their first 50 test matches, they had won 10, lost 14, and drawn 26. While these numbers might not seem impressive at first glance, many of these victories were achieved with a team of fighters who could be considered the pioneers of cricket in our country. A legendary example is Hanif Mohammed's marathon inning of 337 runs against the mighty West Indies. Despite being down by 473 runs, his heroic performance remains one of the longest batting innings in cricket history. The pioneers of cricket in Pakistan threw in the towel for various reasons, and it seemed as if Pakistan would fade into obscurity. But then came a turning point in the history of the game when cricket began to modernize. The long, often boring draw test matches started to evolve into shorter ODI formats that were more entertaining and results-driven. Pakistan cricket had to adapt to these changes, producing players who could handle the demands of both one-day internationals and, more importantly, test matches. Despite the country's limited cricket infrastructure at the time, Pakistan was not ready to give up. Street tape ball and tennis ball cricket emerged in Pakistan in the late 1960s. Initially, it was discouraged, seen as a waste of time for boys who should have been focusing on their studies. But cricket was in the blood of every Pakistani boy, and they didn't give up. They played tennis ball cricket on the roads and streets, especially in cities like Lahore and Karachi. Over time, this informal street cricket became more organized, with private tournaments springing up. England's county cricket system was the main source for Pakistani players to hone their skills during the off-season and to compete at a high level when there were no international matches. It also provided a way for players to earn a decent living. When Pakistan cricket had played over 50 test matches, a new generation of talented players like Zahir Abbas, Wasim Bari, Sarfaraz Nawaz, Majid Khan, Mushtaq Mohammed, Asif Iqbal, and others kept the team's spirit alive. Then came two promising youngsters, Imran Khan and Javed Miandad. Imran, with his leadership skills, and Miandad, with his sharp mind and knack for getting under the opponent's skin to yield positive results, began to change the face of Pakistan cricket.
And not out is the final decision. Yes, he's never stuck. Javed.
In the 1980s, Imran Khan and Javed Miandad were key figures for Pakistan. They both emerged as stars under the captaincy of Mushtaq Mohammed. But in 1980, when Miandad was made captain, things got tense. Within a year, Imran led a group of players against Miandad, sparking a captaincy tussle that lasted for years. The media often depicted this rivalry as a clash between Lahore, Imran's stronghold, and Karachi, Miandad's territory. Even though Miandad stepped aside for Imran multiple times, the media fueled the rivalry, turning it into a Lahore versus Karachi story. Although there were occasional misunderstandings, Miandad was seen by many in Karachi, particularly the MQM, as a symbol of the city. On the other hand, Imran's leadership was sometimes seen as overshadowing Miandad's contributions. Yet Imran always valued Miandad's strategic insights. Javed Miandad's leadership journey with the Pakistan cricket team was marked by several ups and downs. Miandad first became captain in 1980 when Pakistan faced Australia, winning the series 1-0.
And there's an appeal for a catch, and he's out. Majid taking it at first slip, so Iqbal Qasim now on a hat-trick. It's up in the air, there's an appeal for a catch. And Border standing there, and so is the umpire.
His stints were interrupted by changes in leadership, with Imran Khan and other players sometimes taking over. Miandad's tenure included significant series like 1985 tour to New Zealand and home series against Sri Lanka, where he handed over the captaincy after a successful series. He also led Pakistan during the infamous clash with England's captain Mike Gatting and umpire Shakur Rana in 1987.
But then, forgetting there was a microphone near the stumps, he let out what was clearly meant to be a private remark.
Oh, no, it's all right, off you go. One rule for one for another.
It summed up all the English frustrations. But then the worst incident of all. Gatting moved the field behind the batsman and Rana called dead ball. The skipper lost his cool, rushed over, arguing and shouting, and seemed on the point of hitting the equally enraged umpire. Twice, Athi had to separate the two.
Pointing fingers, that's not cricket.
It was an unprecedented and ugly scene, and one which must place the future of this already troubled tour.
After Pakistan's strong performance in the West Indies in 1988 under Imran, Miandad captained again for the home series against Australia due to Imran's protest over playing in the heat. Miandad captained Pakistan through several ODI matches and pivotal test series, including a successful tour in England in 1992. His final test as captain was against New Zealand in 1993, after which Wasim Akram took over. Imran's first major test as captain came against India in the 1982-83 series. In the fourth test against India in Hyderabad, he declared the innings with Javed Miandad on 280, a move that helped secure an innings victory and sealed the series for Pakistan.
In the fourth test, when Imran declared Pakistan's innings closed at 581 for 3, Javed was batting with 280 and looked every bit certain to get the remaining 20 runs for what would have been a magnificent triple century. But Imran's destructive schemes for India could not wait.
Imran's leadership prowess shone brightly in the series against the dominant West Indies and Australia during the 1980s. Pakistan drew the series against the West Indies in 1988, a significant achievement given the West Indies' dominance at the time.
1973 के बाद से आज तक वेस्ट इंडीज में दुनिया की कोई टीम जीत नहीं सकी। तो आप यानी हमारी कौमी टीम के जीतने के वहां पर क्या चांसेस हैं आपकी कप्तानी में?
इसे आप इस तरह कह सकते हैं कि अगर किसी टीम की भी चांस है तो वो पाकिस्तान जीत गया।
One of Imran's most memorable feats as captain was the historic series win in England in 1987. At Headingley, he took 10 wickets in a single match, leading Pakistan to their first ever test victory in England. This victory was not just a personal triumph, but a monumental moment for Pakistani cricket. Imran's career, however, was not without its challenges. His leadership was tested with 3 successive World Cup semi-final exits, but these setbacks only fueled his determination. The 1992 Cricket World Cup was truly a spectacle that forever changed the game. Mostly held in Australia, the country known for its modern one-day cricket, this tournament was full of vibrant energy, with teams dressed in colorful kits, using white balls, and playing matches under bright floodlights. It felt fresh and exciting. For the first time, 9 teams played in a fair league format, where each team faced every other team at least once. Pakistan, Javed, Miandad, and Imran Khan had a lot at stake. Having lost 3 semi-finals in a row before this tournament, this was their last chance to roll the dice. Imran Khan had initially retired after 1987 World Cup, but decided to come back, inspired by a request from President Zia-ul-Haq and the overwhelming support from fans. Arriving early in Australia to get used to the conditions, Pakistan hoped to turn around their poor record in the country, but things didn't go as planned. Miandad was almost left out due to a back injury, and there were internal disputes between him and Imran Khan. Then, Waqar Younis was ruled out with a back injury. As the tournament began, Pakistan's performance was shaky. Wasim Akram struggled with his swing, that his spot in the team was in jeopardy until Imran stood up for him.
हमारा बड़ा crucial मैच था ऑस्ट्रेलिया से पर्थ में. I'm talking about how skipper Imran bhai used his wisdom. अब ये सब बॉलर जब ये वाइड्स बॉल कर रहा होता है, जब कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा होता है, नो बॉलर तो थोड़ी पेस स्लो करने की कोशिश करता है कि मैं थोड़ा स्लो भागूं ताकि कंट्रोल आ जाए मेरा. तो अगले दिन मैच था ऑस्ट्रेलिया से डे नाइट, तो मैं सुबह उठ के ब्रेकफास्ट इजाज़ के साथ गया, या मोइन वगैरह थे, हम सारी जूनियर. मैं इजाज़ से यूजली उस वक्त सिर्फ आप स्पोर्ट्स पेज ही पढ़ते थे, इधर पता पॉलिटिक्स का पता नहीं था दुनिया में क्या हो रहा है. तो स्पोर्ट्स पेज मैंने निकाला तो बिग हेडलाइन लगी हुई, आई वॉन्ट वसीम अकरम टू बॉल फास्ट. और उसको नहीं और क्या था लिखा हुआ था कि आई डोंट वांट हिम टू वरी अबाउट हिज नो बॉल एंड वाइड बॉल, आई वांट पेस फ्रॉम हिम. एंड दैट गेव मी सो मच कॉन्फिडेंस. बजाय कि मुझे नहीं कहा, उन्होंने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में प्रेस को कहा. जब मैंने पढ़ा तो आई रियलाइज कि यार ये तो अब जोर तो लगाना है, कल अब नो बॉल वाइड बॉल फर्क नहीं पड़ना.
Their warm-up games were disastrous. They lost to Sri Lanka and then to Tasmania. Pakistan's start in the tournament was rocky. They lost to the West Indies and only managed to beat Zimbabwe. Then came the match against England. Batting first, Pakistan was bowled out for a mere 74 runs, and all hope seemed lost. With England comfortably chasing at 24 for 1, the heavens opened and the match was called off, resulting in both teams sharing the points. This single point was a turning point in the World Cup. This point lifted Pakistan above Australia in the standings and secured their spot in the semi-finals. Even though Pakistan lost the next 2 matches against India and South Africa, they were still in the race. At this stage, having only won one of their first 5 matches, Pakistan needed to win every remaining game and rely on other results to go their way to have a shot at the cup. Imran Khan, despite his almost injured shoulder, was leading a team that seemed disconnected and disheartened. Many said he wasn't a great communicator and that his only motivation to return from retirement was to raise funds for his cancer hospital. But on a crucial day against Australia, Imran, known for his quiet leadership, did something unexpected. Wearing a t-shirt with a tiger ready to pounce, he gathered his team. This wasn't just any team talk, it was personal. He told them to see themselves as the best in the world and to fight like cornered tigers. From that moment on, Pakistan's performance started to turn around. In match versus Australia, Amir Sohail scored 76 runs, while Aqib Javed's superb bowling took 3 wickets for just 21 runs in 8 overs. Pakistan wins over Australia on the mythical Waka ground in Perth. The next challenge was Sri Lanka. Though not considered a strong opponent at that time, Sri Lanka posted a respectable 212 for 6 in their 50 overs. Pakistan's chase was tough, requiring them to score the winning runs in the last over. Then came New Zealand, the unbeaten team of the tournament in Christchurch. Wasim Akram stepped up, inspiring Pakistan with a brilliant performance that saw him take 4 wickets and restrict New Zealand to 166. Ramiz Raja's impressive 119 helped Pakistan chase the target comfortably, winning with more than 5 overs left and 7 wickets in hand.
They need to get through to 167 for 3 in the 45th over, and Ramiz Raja not out 119. Pakistan winning this contest at Lancaster Park in Christchurch and breaking the winning run of New Zealand.
In Auckland, Pakistan faced New Zealand again in the semi-final. New Zealand, batting first, set a formidable target of 262, with Martin Crowe leading the way. However, Pakistan's reply was led by Inzamam ul-Haq, who played a stunning innings of 60 off just 37 balls. Supported by Javed Miandad's steady 57 and Imran Khan's crucial 44, Pakistan crossed the line and finally reached the World Cup final. The final, played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of over 87,000 spectators, was a historic clash between Pakistan and England. Imran's crucial 72 and Miandad's gritty 50 set the stage for Inzamam and Wasim to explode in the final overs. England's chase started poorly with early wickets from Wasim and Akram. At 69 for 4, Alan Lamb and Neil Fairbrother tried to steer England back into the game. However, Wasim Akram's brilliant bowling, particularly in a crucial over where he dismissed Lamb and Chris Lewis with 2 sensational deliveries, turned the tide in Pakistan's favor. With Fairbrother's dismissal by Akram and Imran taking the last wicket, Pakistan clinched the victory. Imran Khan, raising his hands in triumph, symbolized Pakistan's incredible journey. They had not only won the World Cup, but had done so against their former colonial rulers, turning the once subjugated into the champions.
After Imran left Pakistan cricket, he suggested Wasim Akram for captaincy. This led to internal fights about who should be the captain. The team split into Lahore and Karachi groups again. Without a strong leader, everyone wanted to be the boss of the team. Each senior player thought they deserved to be captain. Wasim Akram wanted the captaincy because Imran had recommended him. Miandad felt he should be captain as the most senior player. MQM was pushing PCB to make Rashid Latif the captain because Miandad was near retirement and they wanted a captain from Karachi to control the team. Saleem Malik also wanted to be captain, thinking he deserved it for his seniority and consistent batting performances. Pakistan really needed a strong leader like Imran Khan because the team was lacking clear leadership. Then, the worst possible thing happened to the team: match fixing. Salim Malik first emerged as captain during the New Zealand series in 1993-94. Rumors and whispers surrounded the 3rd Test and the 5th ODI, both played in Christchurch. People started questioning how a typically weak New Zealand team managed to score over 300 runs in their final innings. Allegations surfaced that Malik had approached his teammates, Rashid Latif, Waqar Yunus, Inzamam al-Haq, Akram Raza, and Basit Ali, asking them to underperform for money. Rashid Latif claimed he saw these players being offered cash in Malik's room. However, Waqar, Inzamam, and Raza denied it, while Basit Ali chose to stay silent. After this series, Pakistan had a 15-day break before they were set to play in the Singer Trophy against Sri Lanka, India, and Australia in Sri Lanka. During this break, Salim Malik took leave to return to Pakistan, citing family reasons. But Rashid Latif alleges that Malik intended to meet a bookie named Saleem Perwaiz. Later, Perwaiz confirmed this, saying he had given $100,000 to Mushtaq and Salim Malik to lose against Australia in the Singer Trophy.
I talked with players, with Mushtaq and Malik. They asked me, you stay here, I will deal with you after a few days when the match is beginning.
Right.
I stayed there about 2 months.
Yes.
And they agreed with me to fix the match.
They agreed with you to fix the match.
Rashid Latif also mentioned that Salim Malik tried to bribe Sid Anwar to perform poorly, but Anwar refused. After the match, the team's coach, Intikhab Alam, received a call from an unknown number. The caller claimed they had lost 4 million rupees due to the match's outcome and threatened to expose 4 or 5 players involved in match fixing. The coach met with the players in his room, and while everyone denied the allegations, Basit Ali admitted his involvement. During Australia's tour of Pakistan in 1994, Salim Malik approached Shane Warne, asking him to bowl badly in the Karachi Test, offering him $200,000.
We knew he tried to offer us money to throw again. We went to Mark Taylor, captain, Bob Simpson, the coach, the match referee, did all the right channels. I don't think he took too kindly to that. I think, or Salim Malik called us said we're making up, and one of the reasons is that I could never get him out.
Similarly, Malik tried to bribe Mark Waugh in an ODI in Rawalpindi, but Waugh turned him down and reported the incident to his captain. The Australians later signed an affidavit against Malik, confirming the allegations. Later that year, Pakistan toured South Africa for the Mandela Trophy. The team started strong, but the tournament format required them to play 2 finals against South Africa. Before these crucial matches, coach Intikhab Alam asked the team for a promise to play fairly. However, Salim Malik insisted on checking the condition of the ground first. He returned to the dressing room after completing the toss and opted to bowl first, which was against the team's original plan. It was challenging to play under the floodlights at night, and during the matches, there were several questionable runouts involving Amir Sohail and Rashid Latif. Non-striking end players like Iyaz and Wasim, who were part of the scheme, were involved in these runouts. Malik himself got run out. As a result, Pakistan lost both finals. In 1996, there was a huge buzz about Pakistan's quarterfinal match against India in Bengaluru.
Thanks, Ian, and this crowd is buzzing here, 55,000 people, and there's a wonderful atmosphere around the ground.
But things took a surprising turn just minutes before the toss. Captain Wasim Akram suddenly pulled himself out. He claimed to be injured, but the physio who examined him said the injury was minor. Amir Sohail, who had to step in as captain without any prior notice, also shared that he saw Wasim in a nightclub the night before the match, and Wasim had assured him he wouldn't miss such a big game. There wasn't even a team meeting before the match, which was highly unusual.
The culture we come from, you guys won't understand. There's a lot of jealousy factor there, and people. It's not just a different groups got together from different angles just to finish one cricketer's or one sportsman career. That's what exactly happened with me, as far as myself concerned. People like supposedly Amir Sohail who spoke against me.
Then there was the Wills Quadrangular Cup in 1997. PCB CEO Majid Khan revealed that Wasim was messing with the batting order. He promoted himself as an all-rounder, which disrupted the match's flow by not letting informed players bat at crucial times. Wasim admitted to this, but claimed he didn't know who was in good form and who wasn't. In another instance, during the Singer Champions Trophy in Sharjah, Harun Rashid warned the PCB that Wasim wasn't eager to win.
And again, wide.
No ball called there.
In the air again, and another wicket for...
During a match against England, in a situation where Pakistan was in a strong position to win, Wasim promoted himself again, but batted so slowly that Pakistan lost the match. The heartbreak of the 1999 Cricket World Cup final is still etched in the memories of Pakistan cricket fans. Inzamam ul-Haq recalls the tournament in a Dawn article, noting how the team misjudged the pitch against Australia, leading to a swift defeat before lunch. Despite this loss, he believed that the 1999 team was the strongest Pakistan side he had seen in a World Cup. The 1999 World Cup had a complicated format, with teams carrying points from the first round into the Super 6 stage. Unexpectedly, defending champion Sri Lanka and hosts England failed to make it to the Super 6, while Zimbabwe topped their group. The format was harsh. A single bad day or a tricky pitch could end a team's run. Early season pitches, starting in May, were tough for batsmen, including the Pakistani team. However, the formidable fast bowling duo of Wasim Akram and Shoaib Akhtar often turned the tide in their favor, especially in tight matches against the West Indies and Scotland. Wasim's exceptional reverse swing and Sucklan Mushtaq's superb off-spin made Pakistan's bowling attack a force to be reckoned with. The team's confidence soared with consecutive victories, notably a close win over Australia. Inzamam's 81 runs in that game, along with a century stand with Abdul Razak, pushed Pakistan to a strong total of 275. Wasim's brilliant late wickets through reverse swing sealed a narrow 10-run victory. The momentum carried them through to victories over New Zealand, ensuring their place in the Super 6. However, a shocking defeat to Bangladesh followed, dampening the high spirits. Unpredictable pitches often level the playing field, and that was the case in Northampton on May 31, 1999. The pressure after the Bangladesh loss led to further defeats against South Africa and India in the Super 6. The victory over Zimbabwe, however, secured Pakistan's spot in the semi-final against New Zealand. A brilliant century by Saeed Anwar and Wajahatullah Wasti's solid 81 runs guided Pakistan to a resounding 9-wicket win.
Well, Pakistan won the toss, and Wasim decided to bat.
In the final against Australia, Anwar began confidently, his bat connecting perfectly with the ball under calmer skies. It looked like he was on his way to another century. His partner, Wasti, seemed overwhelmed and was soon caught out by a leaping Mark Waugh. Just 2 balls later, Anwar was bowled out by Damien Fleming. Razak, the reliable pinch blocker, stepped in and settled into his role of facing the new ball. Ijaz, too, was calm, and together they hit a few boundaries, making it seem like everything was under control. For the next 13 overs, things felt steady. The pitch had eased, and the debate about the decision to bat first was fading. But suddenly, it all crumbled. From 68 for 2, Pakistan collapsed to 91 for 5, and finally to a shocking total of 132 all out.
What it was, but just how much was Wasim regretting winning the toss? At 68 for 2, perhaps a big score was possible, made that the lowest ever score in a World Cup final. Extras were the top scorer.
I saw Sack Lane bowling, but not to the tail-enders. Facing him were Mark Waugh and Darren Lehman. With a numb mind, I watched as Lehman smashed a short ball from Sack Lane for 4. The Australians, not the Pakistanis, were the ones celebrating and taking the stumps.
99 World Cup final. What went wrong there, Wasim?
Nothing. We just, I think, got froze for the occasion.
One of those days.
One of those days. And you know, people this generation not knowing anything, a lot of random people on social media, क्या कि match fix था. भाई World Cup final सी कुछ थोड़ा जा सोच के लिख लिया करो. Actually, this is embarrassing.
This is embarrassing.
This शर्म आती है ऐसे चीजें पढ़ के कि लोगों की सोच क्या है. पहला मैच जो हम जीते हैं उसमें कोई नहीं बोला.
हाँ उसमें.
वेस्ट इंडीज से ग्रीन विकेट पे टॉस जीत के बैटिंग की हमने. 223 के 224 के जीत गए. उधर से कोई नहीं बोले.
नहीं.
Saleem Malik's career ended in disgrace with a lifetime ban for match fixing, a first in cricket history. Wasim Akram was cleared by Justice Qayyum due to lack of evidence, but he lost both respect and his captaincy. Years later, Qayyum revealed a soft spot for Akram, raising questions about the fairness of the original verdict.